Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God.
Good evening. Let's edify one another, shall we? Yes, yes, it is me. Hoshea will be along shortly. Um, isn't that an interesting way to say something? He'll be a long shortly. Hmm. Anyway, he'll be here directly. So he's finishing up with the prayer over in reading. But you get me until then. I'm stalling for him. And we are already, oh, wow, about 8 minutes late. 18 minutes late. 18 minutes late. Oof. Sorry about that. I hope you've been having a good day. Boom. And I'm glad to have you with us. It is a lovely Friday evening. Do 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 bum 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 bum. And it is EE. This is, of course, Young Brothers edition. So that means that if you have something that you would like for us to discuss, or if you have songs that you would like for us to sing, be you're more than welcome to pop up, and if we know them, or and if they're scriptural and we don't have a problem with them, we'll sing them. Make that effort for you. We want to encourage you, to edify you, to bring you closer in your walk with God, because that's what our effort is, our goal is. As I sit here and try to continue on my knitting project. If you want to talk Bible, we can talk Bible. If you want to talk knitting, I can talk knitting. You want to talk just life in general, we can do that too. We prefer to talk Bible. We prefer to sing songs because that is our mindset. Finish this row here, and I'll open up my songbook and maybe sing a song or two. But while I was out on bus route this morning, we drove past an area that someone had been burning a bunch of logs or whatever over the evening, and there was a heavy smoke smell on the air, and I don't know, it hit me. It must have hit me pretty hard because I've got that scratchiness in my throat that comes with breathing in wood smoke, too much wood smoke. And I really we haven't done any wood burning here today. We haven't done any wood burning for quite a bit. So I don't know. Have you a heart that's weary, tending a load of care? Are you a soul that's seeking rest from the burden you bear? Do you know my Jesus? Do you know my friend? Have you heard he loves you, and that he will abide till the end? Where is your heart, O pilgrim? What us does your light reveal. Who hears your call for comfort when not but sorrow you feel? Do you know, my Jesus? Do you know, my friend? Have you heard he loves you, and that he will abide till the end? Who knows your disappointment? Who hears each time you cry? Who understands your heartaches? Who dries the tears from your eyes? Do you know, my Jesus? Do you know, my friend? Have you heard he loves you, and that he will abide till the end? Hello, Chef. Hello, Sheila.
Hello!
Good to see you.
Hey, Sheila, long time no see, sister. I got a text Skybog.
There is no sound coming from you.
I am soundless?
Why is there no sound coming from you?
Can anyone else hear me? First question.
Is there sound coming from me?
I can hear you.
But I can't hear you.
No. Well, I just asked them if they can.
See, that's...
Which means it's you.
Are you saying you can hear him? What, Shua?
Oh.
Sheila can hear him. Can hear you, but I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you?
I don't know.
Now I can hear you.
There we are.
Hello, Reba. Good to see you. That's weird. I don't know.
That was. I'm texting Skybog, letting them know we're live.
Yeah, where was Skylar earlier?
I don't know. He's been incognito since about 5:22.
It's Fun Friday! Hooray!
Fun Friday! Hooray!
Boy, that was delayed.
Yeah.
There's an echo in here. Echo. Echo. Echo.
Cookie. Remember the Phineas and Ferb?
Which one?
He's up there in space and he has this echo, you know. Rule the entire world, 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 cookie world. You hear that? I think my echo's broken.
Yeah. What, Shua? I'm a little live right now.
Shua came up to me.
She's acting like she's trying to be a waitress or something, taking people's orders with this little notebook somebody gave her.
I have a funny story about that, actually. Hello, Reba.
Wasn't you, was it?
No, it wasn't me. But I probably didn't help the idea. I was walking back from the coffee pot after just finishing with prayer, and Shua walks up to me with the notepad and a pen. And I said, "Whoa, what you need?" And she said, I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll take a hamburger No, make that a cheeseburger with fries. I'll take a number 3 on the side. A hot coffee, please. I walked in
Ooh,
and sat down.
fries. That actually sounds good. Perhaps Alicia can get busy and make me some fries.
And then I came in.
Shua, I'll place that order of fries now. Make it a large basket of fries. And remember, O'Shea wants a cheeseburger with his large basket of fries. Reba says, hi, Shua. And she's off.
It just dropped you off again.
You dropped me off again?
It did. It yanked you right out of StreamYard and everything.
I wonder if it's StreamYard. I don't know, but I have 1 bar of signal up here. But I'm also supposed to be on Wi-Fi, so I don't know.
I couldn't help you.
I can attest to the fact that I am on Wi-Fi, but
So now, I guess Shua's gig is a waitress. Taking orders right now.
what in the world?
I don't know what the restaurant's called or anything. I'm just here.
To eat at Joe's.
I saw one gal. She was had a whole bunch of jingles for when she answers them spam calls.
Yes.
Have you seen that? One of them was Billy's Roadside Cafe. What was it? Roadkill Cafe. Served hot and tender, fresh from your fender. I thought that was really good.
That is actually really good.
Roadkill Cafe is served hot and tender, fresh from your fender. She had the accent too and everything. Oh, I'll be right back.
Well, I guess you're stuck with me again. Hello again, Margaret. So we do actually take requests for songs, you know. Sometimes.
Well, they were going at it their Wednesday night.
Were they?
Yeah, it was great. Skylar even had a few requests, and I got one of them. He says, well, that's better than Larry's ever done.
Poor Larry. He said he's just a bad rap.
Yeah, poor Larry.
By the way, I'm in the Bungalow Church.
Is my blue one up to date with that one?
It's really, I think it is.
Mostly.
I think the exact same, but might be just a hair off. But I don't.
We also do Bible questions, topics, song requests, all of the above.
So I've taken on my bus. We added a new preschooler a few weeks ago.
Oh.
And she is the slowest getting out to the bus. Although she's gotten better over the last couple weeks that she's been riding. But it's almost like she inches along trying to get there. She doesn't want to go to school. Not that I can blame her.
Not that I can blame her.
But especially, she'll get over there. Now she'll actually kind of motivate her along. She's not running yet, but she's picked up the pace to where she's actually walking at a normal clip. And she'll get over there to the door of the bus, and she'll look at me, give me this mischievous smile, and go beside the door where my DEF tank door is. There's a small little, it'd be like a gas tank door, but it's for the DEF tank, which they have to add to our diesel.
Yeah.
And she'll slap it shut because for some reason the catch doesn't catch. So she'll slap it shut and then she'll proceed to get on the bus. She has to do that every time she gets on the bus. Whether it's open or not, she has to slap it shut. But in order to try to get her onto the bus, I had to, get kind of creative. But especially once she got on the bus, there's, we are required by law to keep that center aisle clean, free of any obstruction.
Backpack, etc.
Yeah, backpack, any trip hazard whatsoever, including feet. And now she, obviously brand new, she's a preschooler, she doesn't understand that rule. So I sat there the first day telling her, out of the aisle, out of the aisle, get out of the aisle, get out of the aisle, all the way to school for 4.5 miles. Get out of the aisle, get out of the aisle. It was either get out of the aisle or put your rumpus on the seatus. Poor little kid. So I'm like, I'm going to have to do something different because I don't want to keep doing this all the time.
Right, naturally.
So the next day, she gets on. I says, watch out. I said, I've got lava in the aisle. She wasn't impressed. She didn't want lava. You don't want lava? No. Okay, I said, there's alligators in the aisle. And if you put your foot in the aisle, they're going to snap your foot off. They're going to bite your foot. Oh, she moved her foot real quick. So the next day, she come a little bit quicker. And she's like, what's in the aisle? I said, I don't know what's in the aisle. Can we have elephants? Certainly we can have elephants. We've got elephants in the aisle. So she straddles the aisle and makes it into the preschool seat, which is, right around the corner from,
right.
It's the first seat. And
poor Heather.
Poor Sam. He had to stop in here because temptation trying to allure his mind. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're glad you're here, Sam.
Well, this is the place for you.
I thought that was Ace.
Well, that's the place for helpful hardware, folks.
Anyway, so then the next time it was monkeys.
Monkeys. Mm-hmm. Have you done lobsters?
No, I haven't done lobsters, but we did piranhas.
You did piranhas, okay.
She didn't know what piranhas were. But everybody else does.
Right.
And the kindergartners and the first graders have loved this and have begun the game of trying to figure out what's in the aisle.
Yes. Very natural.
So today was quicksand.
Quicksand.
I tell you what. It's quicksand. Oh, they lit up with that one. That was quicksand. Well, I'm dropping kids off at home, and I'm down to my second to last stop. And as we're heading there, one of them, there's three that get off at this stop, and it's two girls and a boy. And one girl, the two girls are sitting in one seat. The boy is behind them, and he's actually in age smack dab in between the two. The youngest girl is in first grade. The oldest is in fourth. And the first grader is trying to push the fourth into the quicksand.
That sounds like first grader actions. Terminate.
So, my last stop, the kid at my last stop joins in, and of course that one's actually a fifth grader, and says, "Well, how are you going to get off if there's quicksand in the aisle?" I said, "Well, the steps are safe. That's what holds quicksand in the aisle." She says, "Well, that's no fun. At the bottom of the steps is sharks waiting for you." I'm like, "No, I don't need them trying to jump from the top step to the ground." So what does the first grader do? She throws her coat on the second step.
Now it's a bridge.
and then she puts her bag down and kicks it over onto the ground so she could jump from the.
Now you need
I love my kids on my bus. What?
Now you need fly traps.
You need a fly trap?
Venus fly traps.
Mm.
Or
there you go.
Yeah.
But they eat flies. I don't know if the kids would.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that one. It's really weird.
Sam says, trying to get rid of her, not see her again. Heather's laughing. You should do miniature T-Rexes.
Raptors. A few years ago,
small portions of meat.
A few years ago, I had they had a sub start driving for the other school district that has been whole grade sharing with us, and he asked me, how do I keep my aisle clean? Because for some reason, he found out that my aisle is very clean. The kids are not allowed to have their feet in the aisle, that type of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You do more.
And I told him, I says, it's simple. I work on it. I am not afraid to pull the bus over if they don't behave. If I need to, I'm not afraid to pull the bus over. I will have order on the bus. And he tried a couple of times and it just didn't work out for him, he says. I'm thinking to myself, well, you're not doing it right. And well, we were sitting there. He since went full time. And we were sitting at our bus driver class that we have to take every year the other night. And we were talking. He says, I took your advice and I began working on it one at a time. And he says, it works.
It does.
And he said, I now have my kids trained, and the kids keep their feet out of the aisle. I've been working on these. Most of my older kids now I've been driving with me since they've been in second grade, and it does, it works. And so I got to talking to him, and we shared a little bit of philosophy because he's a dad. And I said, I treat my kids on my bus with respect because I expect respect from them. I treat them as if they are human beings, and they have an opinion, they have intelligence, and I treat them with respect, and I expect it of them, so I give it to them too. And I said, it's amazing how much it works. I said, we as parents, our job is to raise the kids and bring them to the point where they can do for themselves and they can think and function for themselves, and after which then we step back and let them do it. And he stopped and he says, that's actually the way my relationship with my daughters are. He says, I was never their friend, but now I am. Now that I've gone beyond the parent, have raised them and they've left home, they're now, I treat them, they're equal.
Mm-hmm.
And so now now that I can treat them as, I can see they've learned what I've taught them, that I treat them as equal, and it's changed our relationship. And I says, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Samson.
And I then told him, I said, now, do you have trouble with preschoolers keeping their feet out of the aisle? Like, well, yeah, we do. I said, well, this is what I try to do. I actually get down on their level.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, I treat them with that respect, but I also make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him about this with the elephants and the lava and stuff like that. He's like, I'm going to have to try that now. It'll be interesting to see how he's coming with that.
Sam says, next is locusts and frogs and lizards with a giant rat waiting at the bottom step.
Or the 10 plagues, says Heather.
Yes. Reba thinks your scarf thingamajig is really nice. I think that's what that too. That's too.
Yeah.
She said she saw Heather made one for CJ. How come I've never seen the one Heather made for CJ?
I haven't seen it either.
Oh. Huh. She says it's really nice and she knows CJ's happy. How come now we got to go bang on CJ's door? How come he's never showed us the one Heather made?
That's right. He's never even mentioned it.
Never mentioned it. Now I'm upset.
Sheila's even seen it. Uh-oh.
Oh, this feels horrible.
Now CJ's in trouble.
Yeah, now he's in trouble. CJ.
When he goes back and watches this, he knows he's going to be in trouble. Sheila says he wore it online. Yes, but he probably wore it on his reading, didn't he, Sheila? I listened to the reading. Amy actually watches it.
Mom watches it. Dad listens to it, and
I listen to it
when I can.
So,
but chances are my line of work puts me in the place that I have no signal when his reading goes live. So it just.
So I'm usually occupied doing other work while Amy's watching CJ, and so I'm listening to it while she's watching it, and so while I'm there, I'm not actually watching the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow or other, I missed that particular part of the
And normally
No, I
he
do that.
sends us pictures. And he's like, "Hey, look at what I got."
I know.
Normally he sends that to us.
This one, by the way, yes, it is a scarf. This is going to be for one of the kids on my bus. That is exactly what I'm doing right now. Is I am preparing for this winter.
Uh-huh.
So by the time this winter rolls around, there will be a nice, lovely, Lord willing, 30 to 40 scarves and muffs and hats. Maybe not 30 hats, but
Yeah.
there will be 30 articles of winter wear between them. So. On this one,
What colors? All of the above.
this is a variegated variegated
Variegated.
color. It's one color or one skein of yarn, but you can see the colors coming through.
Right.
I am not doing this. This is just the way it comes out. And I don't know why I think because of the diamonds that I'm putting in there is the reason why it's bending right there in the middle.
Yeah. Probably, but.
And Sister Heather, this one here gets worked on usually during Devo. I don't normally do this one during any other thing but Devo. The only reason I'm doing it now is because I've run out of yarn for the other ones. This one's finished. So.
Cute. Yeah, I remember that one. Looks nice.
So this one's can't get any further away, but this is finished.
Now you're an Egyptian.
So that's doubled. There we go. That's doubled. Again, this is just one skein of yarn.
Not bad.
I have similar one in that may be two skeins. No. Yeah, that's two skeins of yarn. My apologies. The hat is going to be one skein of yarn. The hat's going to be this color.
Nice.
So. And then I have two scarves that'll be coming out with this color. Or a hat and a scarf. I'm not sure which. So this one will be interesting to see how that comes in. I still have this blue. I have purple in there.
Is that the prehistoric blue?
Yep. And of course, this is the one that I still need this is the muff, but I still need another skein of yarn on it.
Heather says, I need to learn how to follow a pattern. I usually just wing it. Well, winging it.
Heather, did you saw that book I recommend, or did you?
Reba says, you did a fine job on it, Heather. I'm sure she did all right. Did good.
I can't wait to see it now.
I want to see it. That's what I want.
If you can, pick yourself up a copy of this.
The Reader's
by
Digest.
Reader's Digest.
Complete Guide to Needlework.
Get this exact one. There's several different versions of it. But this is the one, and you can see it has embroidery, needlepoint, knitting, applique, quilting, patchwork, macrame, crochet, rug making, and lace work.
It's a good book.
Yes,
And it has pictures.
I highly recommend it. It has some easy patterns in it, has a little bit more difficult patterns in it as well, but it teaches you pretty much everything you need to know about needlework to begin with. And you can grow from there. Now, once you grow, there's a website that I also recommend, and it's called Ravelry. 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 On there, it's a knitting community, and they have both paid and free patterns for anywhere from beginner to advanced, both crochet and knitting. I recommend that site as well. I got to pull this back to the top. If you can, if I might also suggest, be watching auctions for sewing machines. You can get them pretty downright inexpensive on auctions, whether you do an auction in person or you do one online. Find your local auctioneers. They have websites, and they offer, a lot of them will offer online services or online auctions, or at least even online notifications of when they have an auction. Some of the websites you can do to find your auctions, hibids.com, HIBIDS, is one that I use pretty extensively, because most everyone around here, most of our local auctions are on Hibids. And Proxibid, PROXIBID, yeah, PROXIBID.com. So look on those, and if you can, like we have, excuse a little bit of mess, but this is a cabinet machine we got for $1.
And it has a sewing machine in it.
It has a sewing machine in it. Now, Amos's boss gave Alicia an actual sewing machine right here that I need to teach her how to use. Awesome, Sam. Good to hear.
Good to hear it.
That's another thing. We forgot to pray for prayers of Thanksgiving for Grandpa's and Pete's safe return. Of course, he had like 3 of them that he rescued from people who just threw them out on the curb. There's probably nothing wrong with them. They just didn't want them anymore. So those are things that you can find. People don't want the old cabinets very much. Now, some people will take the old cabinets and make things out of them. They'll take the sewing machines out of them and make and then use the cabinets for other things.
Mm-hmm.
But you can actually get some pretty good old cabinet machines, whether they're treadle machines or they're like this one is electric cabinet machine. Now, of course, I got to figure out why the bobbin keeps, or why it's not picking up the thread, but it was working for Amos, and now it's not working for me. So
Amos is special, though.
Amos is special.
If it has a motor, more than likely it works for him.
Or he'll blow it up.
Or he'll blow it, or it'll work so good it explodes. It'll work even when it's not supposed to work, and then it'll blow up. Or he'll blow. He's been known to blow it up, and it still worked.
Yeah, like that lawnmower that had a hole in the block, and it was still going strong.
Remember his mini bike?
Yeah.
Start it, take off, get a ways, and then it dies. So he'd He's rolling down, and he reaches down, starts it again. One pull, keeps on going. It dies. Keeps on going. Died about every 25 to 50 feet.
I will say that poppy root beer is actually pretty good. It almost has a slightly gingerish taste to it.
Sheila says, "Wow." Heather says, "Whoa." That is fantastic. So you just blew their mind with the $1 cabinet machine.
Yeah, I know.
Auctions are wonderful. Our family's been using them and abusing them for years.
Yeah, you should see all the stuff Grandpa has.
Yeah, you should see all the stuff Grandpa has.
He'll go to an auction, not really even wanting anything. He'll come home with 7 boxes that he got for $3. No, not $1. Just $3 for all 7 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what do you need them for? I don't know. Just a few nails in there. There's this, that, and the other thing.
A few interesting things. Mostly things that catch his fancy.
And he'll use some of it.
And, or he'll give some to us.
Does that. Okay, so that's...
Sam says they make good tables, especially the old singers you can find in the Philippines.
This is 3. I need to start my next one.
Singer has been a very good sewing machine brand.
Singer has. And Grandma, my mother has a Kenmore, an old Kenmore that she got from Sears and Roebuck a long time ago, like when they were first married. And
it's still going.
That thing still runs.
Grandma,
she has had the most awfulest time. I mean, man, you should hear her. It's almost like she has, well, it's not almost. She has a love-hate relationship with that thing. But she would not part with that thing for anything.
I think I've heard her a few times. It seems to come to mind when she was hemming some of my clothes.
Good memories. And it's all part of being industrious, Yeah. Everyone should be able to know how to sew their own patches on their clothes.
I know how to sew them. It's easier to tear them under them.
Yes, that's called a treadle or a treadle. However, some people call them treadles. Some people call them treadles. That's how you make it go. Those are the best kind in a lot of ways because you don't have to rely on electricity to make those go.
They're better for middle of nowhere land. And you don't even have to put them where there's an outlet.
Yeah, I do too, Sam. I can sew my own patches. And Mom even taught me some of the basic quilt stitch. So I can actually do basic quilting. Don't let me, though.
Yeah. I can believe it.
Nice. That would be neat, Heather.
Yeah, wow. That would be. Sheila says she gave her sewing machine to her daughter. Now she needs one. Well, now you know where to check for the auctions. And don't forget to glance through, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. But
first year that my sister had lived back here, when she moved back for a while, after Mom got really sick, my sister and her family moved back to Iowa and lived for about 5 or so years here. The first year they moved back, she made mention the fact that she needed a sewing machine. So that's what I got her for her birthday. To my knowledge, she still has it.
Knowing Jenny, she does.
And she probably still uses it.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jenny,
Jenny,
she
your
knowing
aunt
Jenny,
is
she taught Lucy how to use it.
knowing your aunt. I mean, but your aunt is such of a person that she can find a deal anywhere.
Yes.
Um, it amazes me how well she's able to find and make use of deals.
I remember going to thrift shops with her a time or two.
Garage sales.
It takes a special season for garage sales.
It does take a special season for garage sales, and you have to be at the right garage sale at the right instant.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas auctions are more reliable for things. If you're looking for sewing machines, auctions are the more reliable.
Facebook tells me Skylar's watching.
Hi, Skylar. Ha ha.
Hey, your cover.
Hey.
Your cover has been blown.
You've been ratted out by Facebook.
By Facebook, yeah. If we knew it would be Facebook.
But you see, with garage sales, at least up in here, if you go to a garage sale, you'll likely end up paying $30+ for a sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on Marketplace, you'll end up paying between $30 to $80 or more. Whereas if you go to the auction, you can typically get sewing machines for anywhere between $1 to $15.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a really, really, really fancy, and you've got like an online auction, and you got a whole lot of ladies bidding on them. And then, if it's really fancy, you'll probably go up to between the $30 and $80.
I've seen brand new ones for like $500 plus. Yeah. I think the
This is
thread shop up there in Jefferson has a few in the $600 range. They're brand spanking new singers.
Oh, and they can go for even over $1,000 depending upon how fancy they are.
Mm-hmm. These ones have digital on them.
we were at Costco the other day getting groceries, and I happened to find this. It's called Poppy. And it's a soda. This particular soda has exactly 25 calories.
Das ist
what? And what's interesting is, I don't know, you can't really see it because of the lighting.
Yeah.
But it's probiotic soda. I've never heard of a probiotic soda till this. And now I can't read the ingredients.
Bye.
Oh, there it is. Sparkling water, organic cane sugar, apple juice, fruit juice color, organic apple cider vinegar, organic agave inulin, natural flavors, stevia natural extract, or rather natural tartaric acid concentrate. So it's really good.
And good
Heather must have had it before. Heather says kind of like eBay. Garage sales, eBay. Well, I don't know. Sam says Goodwill, their Salvation Army secondhand store.
The online auctions are similar to eBay.
Somewhat, yeah.
Similar.
Sam says Goodwill there, Salvation Army secondhand store. I will do others before I will do the Salvation Army. I will not frequent a Salvation Army.
I've been into one once in my lifetime.
Skylar's got his grandmother's Singer, the good one. Sheila prefers the old style. I do. I don't like the.
I don't like digital on it.
The what?
I seen one with digital readouts and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Sheila says, "Have you tried the Zavia sodas?" No, I have not tried the Zavia.
Zavia. We had Cove.
But Heather says the grape is her favorite. I haven't tried the grape yet. This is my very first one of the poppy. I did try the Cove, and the Cove is excellent.
Oh yeah.
The other brand that they had at the other brand of probiotic, so they had it in Costco, and that is excellent. Sam says, when I did probiotic, it made me sick. Well, yeah, probably because probiotic is used in your stomach to process your food and in your colon and your intestines to help break down all that stuff. So, yes, if you don't have enough.
Are you sure you're not talking about antibiotic? Certain antibiotics.
Certain probiotics, if they're not the right kind of probiotics, they'll also affect you negatively. But anyway, I kind of like this.
I'll have to try one later.
Anyway.
How about 261 as a closing song?
You want 261?
Mm-hmm. See if it's the same one.
It have been so far because Alicia's been putting them up on using that book to put up titles for me. Marching to Zion?
Mm-hmm. Kind of seems like a good one to end on.
Mm.
And we're drawing close to our...
We are getting close.
And I want at least one song in, you know.
You're also fans of the low-calorie ocean spray mixed with bubbly. Have you tried the Clarboon? Or Clarboon?
Clarboon.
Clarboon.
Brun.
That they have there at Costco. I found that a couple of months ago, Heather, and I can get 30 cans for the price that I would pay for about 16 cans of bubbly. I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
They
have lemon and lime.
There's only 2 flavors. You get 15 cans of each, but it's an awesome lemon and an awesome lime.
Right.
When you take a drink of it, you really feel like you're drinking lemon or you're drinking lime. Ezra, bring me a Clarbrun. See, I gave up the soda. The only reason I'm trying these is to see if they're any good. And with the probiotics, I might actually continue with them to help with my gut. So Sam says Thrifty is his favorite secondhand store and half-price books. Oh, I love half-price books.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me going into half-price books, Sam. That's where the kids' Christmas presents on the bus comes from. Is like half-price books and thrift books. This is the Clarbrun.
Clarbrun. It's an N, double N, not an M.
And these are just like bubbly. They have 0 calories, no sugar.
It's like drinking nothing.
Except lemon and lime. They're delicious. Sheila has a soda stream machine, and so she likes to play with your own flavors.
Lucky.
Those are also clear as well, Sheila.
No color. They are colorless.
But it's there at Costco, and we find those in the drink aisle, where you're gonna find all the other like
Powerade, Gatorade.
Yeah, those ones. Well, it's hard to really describe. Our Costco is situated where they have it just north of, I say north, but they have it on the aisle. Yeah, I'm just going to use it just north of the freezers. Before you get to the laundry soap and the dish soap and the then the dog food and the pet food, then the toilet, then the plasticware trash bags, and then the napkins and toiletries. So, Sam says, but then the family had to move to Indiana. He doesn't know where to fly to if he comes back to America. Probably America. Usually fly to an airport. That's a good place to fly to. Heather's never seen the car run. Sam says coffee and coffee and coffee and coffee and only drinks soda once in a blue moon. Have you ever seen a blue moon? Yes, I have seen several blue moons, actually.
Hey.
And that's been in the last few years, actually.
Hey, Sam.
She's on an end cap.
Now you've seen a whole bunch of blue moons, Sam. There you go.
So, yeah. Sam says Costco's cool. You buy in bulk. That's right.
There you go.
Sheila found her soda stream at a thrift store. I happened to see one the other day when I was in Goodwill, and the problem I had with it is it didn't have a cord. Or I would have got it.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Livy.
Come we that love the
Lord, and let our joys be known. Join in a song with sweet accord. Join in a song with sweet accord. Just around the throne and thus around the throne.
We're
marching on to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching upward to Zion, the beautiful city of God.
Let those
refuse to sing who never knew our God, but children of the heavenly King, but children of the heavenly King, and speak their joys abroad, may speak their joys abroad. We're marching on to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching upward to Zion, Zion, the beautiful city of God. The hill of Zion yields 1,000 sacred sweets. Before we reach the heavenly fields, before we reach the heavenly fields, or flock of fleets of gold, or the golden streets. We're marching on to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching upward to Zion, Zion, the beautiful city of God. Let our songs abound and every tear be dry. We're marching through Emmanuel's ground. We're marching through Emmanuel's ground. And terror worlds on high, to terror worlds on high. We're marching on to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching upward to Zion, Zion, the beautiful city of God. Amen.
Amen. Just keep marching. Just keep marching.
Heather's starting to fade, y'all, so she's going to call it a night. Have a great night, and she'll try to join the streams tomorrow at work. Remember, we have We've changed the format of our Devo. It's 15 minutes. There will be no noontime nuggets tomorrow because O'Shea is got an important meeting that he's going to be at tomorrow, so he will not be around most of the day. So there will be no noontime nuggets. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Sam. I'm sure we could just hook it up to a treadle. What powers your soda machine? Treadle. Just a few letters difference between sewing and soda machine.
Well, I actually watched a video where they had taken the old turnstile for horses
Mm-hmm.
and had run it into a shop and ran all the power machine, like drills and lathes and circular saws, belt run them off of that turnstile, and used 2 horses to turn it.
Cool.
It was fantastic. It was just the needs, and they were running them at perfectly normal normal speeds that would be required. They even had like like my Dremel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was with an angle grinder, but it was like with my Dremel had that flex shaft on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I bet you it could be done with a soda machine.
Probably.
Well, we hope and pray that you have been edified in during our time together. I know we didn't cover much Bible, but we did have some wonderful, wonderful experiences together, and encouraging, at least for us. We hope it was for you.
Yes.
We do strive to show that the Christian life is a life that is full of joy. It is full of laughter as well as sorrow and tears. It is full of thanksgiving as well as grief. We may sorrow over our sins, but we're also thankful that the Lord forgave us of them. And there are the regular mundane things that interest us can still be taken in stride and enjoyed even as a Christian, so long as they do not contradict God's divine will for our life. And that is one of the reasons that we ask if there's any topics that you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It can be knitting. It can be soda stream,
We covered a wide variety today.
We did. And that's why we hope it was edifying for you, building you up, drawing you closer to one another, and more importantly, to God. That way, whether we wake tomorrow to serve God here on this earth, or we wake tomorrow to serve Him up there where we all long to be, where we'll be. Or we'll see you then. God bless and you walk with Him. We love y'all, and good night.
Thank you all for being here, for taking time out, and for spending it with us. It's been a pleasure, at least on our side. Now, we can't say much for you, but I think that you all had some fun. Sam was laughing even. But till we meet again, God bless you all, each and every one of you. Love you. Take care. Stay safe. Stay strong. Love ya. Bye-bye. Cheerio.